This is not financial nor professional advice. This video is for entertainment only. Hey everyone, today I want to talk about electric vehicles, EVs as they are called, and I want to give you my opinion on the ones that you hear in the news a lot. And I'm going to start out with Rivian because I was all prepared from the stats and the charts I looked through. I was all prepared to tell you how overpriced and how overhyped and overblown this stock was. And I tell you, after looking at everything and seeing some reviews of drivers actually driving it, and they're testing it and seeing how fast it goes and so on and so forth, I am nothing but thoroughly impressed. Okay, they have a partnership with Amazon, who provided a lot of the initial funding. They had an agreement with Ford. I guess Ford was going to own 12% of them at one point, but I think that deal's off the table now. They had a falling out or something didn't work out. So I think it's a very interesting company, to say the least. They're making one pickup right now, and it's going through production, and they're coming off the line, and they're mostly selling them to employees. And I think the purpose of that is to get feedback from employees so they can correct whatever mistakes they made. But when I look at actual videos of people reviewing this truck, for instance, Edmunds did a review of it, and it was thoroughly positive. This isn't on a regular test track, and it wasn't given a rolling start, which they're given in official test of the 0 to 60 speed test, how fast you get to 60 miles, how fast you get to 60 miles coming off a rolling start. They're allowed to roll a little bit before they hit the gas. Well, this was just from a dead stop, okay? It did it in 3.5 seconds. It was up to 60 miles an hour for a pickup, and it's a heavy pickup. You know, it weighs around 7,000 pounds. The average weight of the average pickup is about 5.5 thousand pounds. So it's significantly heavier, but boy, is it significantly faster. I mean, that time would beat Corvettes. So we're getting used to EVs just being rockets. They used to be just kind of the dogs that kind of puttered about. And I think they got their reputation from the first EVs that first came out. But they're no longer that. And the reason why is it has 835 horsepower. It has an engine on each wheel. Okay, that's going to give you some go power. And it's designed so nicely. It's so aesthetically pleasing. The front end of the truck, the headlights are distinctive and LED lights, but it's distinctive, and you will know it's a Rivian by their headlights. You have to see it to fully appreciate this. But it's built so practical. I mean, a person who isn't into EVs that much, I think, could kind of be won over by this truck. And its price, you know, it's expensive. It's a luxury pickup for sure. At that speed, it should be a luxury. It's a luxury sports car that's actually a truck, which is kind of hard to conceive of. But it's built for, they have a thing behind the back seat. They call it the gear tunnel. And that's where you can put all your extra stuff, your skis, your golf clubs, your camping stuff. They sell a kitchen set so that you can go camping and sort of have an outdoor picnic uh, around this pickup. And this door that folds out of the gear tunnel, it can also be used as a seat. You can just use it to sit on where you're camping. And it also can be used as a step to step onto, to step into the back of the truck. And the inside reminds me of a Tesla. Uh, and the reason for that is a lot of the engineers at Rivian used to work at Tesla. Okay, so I think Tesla's training a lot of the electric vehicle industry. But I think this, I can see why it's so attractive. It's got all the features you want in a pickup, plus more. It sort of has a speaker that's in the front end that you can pop out, and it becomes a Bluetooth speaker that you can probably put outside and rock to while you're camping. So they have the whole experience in mind, and it just makes a lot of common sense. In a quarter mile, it'll get up to 109 miles per hour, and you can go about 315 miles on a single charge. And it has these interesting features. You can jack up the front end of your pickup if you need to get over some obstacle or something. You can jack up the front end 15 inches. You know, so it's got all these interesting things that I think people are going to like, and it's aesthetically pleasing, and I think that comes from the Tesla influence. It's shorter and not as tall as like let's say a Hummer, of course, which makes it more agile and easier to handle on the road. Of course, the front end of this EV pickup has a huge frunk. So there's lots of storage there, and in the back there's lots of storage, and of course you have the gear tunnel. So it's very nicely designed with plenty of room for everything you could possibly want to store. As we look at the chart, you can see that the market capitalization is around 91 billion, which is outrageous because it IPO'd on November 10th of 2021. Wow. But I think people just love this pickup, and Amazon apparently loved it too. And you know, when Amazon says that this is Amazon's choice, it's usually the thing that they consider the best at the best price for what it is. And I think they might have a point. I should mention that the price starts at $69,000, but I suppose you'll want to add some trinkets to it, so you know. But that's not a bad price for a four-motor sports car-like truck. It's unbelievable, in fact. So I definitely think owners of this pickup will have a really good time with this pickup. As a stock picker and trader, I think I want to wait and see how the quarters come out and how they do on deliveries. I'm told that they probably won't really start delivering until like September of 2022. So they have them coming off the production line. It looks like they're working out the kinks. They're getting the delivery process in order, and they have it going to employees. But I think before large-scale mass production begins, that's going to be a feat. And Elon Musk, again, he's always so interesting, and he said he hoped that Rivian had a positive cash flow and reached mass production that both those things happened, that they reached mass production and had a positive cash flow. And he said that in the sense of, well, you know, Tesla is the only car company in the last 100 years to reach mass production and have a positive cash flow. So he's kind of wishing them well, but kind of smiling, knowing how hard that's going to be. After having slept on the factory floor getting his cars off the line. And they were at a point at one point when they were starting out with the Model 3 where they could have gone under. And thank God they didn't, because I think he changed the electric vehicle industry forever. And I think Rivian is another example of his influence spilling over into other companies. And we are so lucky to have him. But I will rave about Tesla in another video. I will continue going on reviewing electric car companies just because they're so interesting, and just because this is a revolution we're seeing take place before our eyes, and you don't get to see a phenomenon like this that often. So I will see you in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you receive future videos. And I wish you all the best in your investing. And thank God it's a new year. And let's hope it's a good one.